What else shall I do? Stand here? Yeah, I made that. I want to make more. Peace. Let's see. Alright. So something I really wanted to show is this thing. It's been revolutionary for me, and I was gonna press the button to reverse the camera, but then I hit the record button and stopped recording. That's where my head is at. But here you go. Hey. So this is what I'm working on. So I'm getting the picture onto a canvas. But this is the fun part. Wait, are you ready? You ready for it? You ready for it? Where is it? I can't find it. Where is it? Ah, there we go. And one more time. And one more time. There we go. How cool is this? I mean, this is insane. Honestly, this is just crazy. I was going so quick with this thing, getting things down, and it's making that tedious part that I hate a bit more tolerable. So yeah, getting the image down on a canvas by tracing. So that's really fun now. Man, one of the best investments. A light box. Yeah. If let's say if I wanted to paint a lot bigger, I would probably get a projector then. I know. I'm not sure what kind of paint. I'm not sure what kind of colors I want to use in my painting. So I traced a small drawing onto like these 4 cards. You know, I'm gonna experiment a little bit with colors and see how it goes. Does sound a little bit different, look a bit different? It's the fucking weather. I've been sneezing all night. By the way, I was also testing colors and stuff, so this is how it looks like. I kind of just go crazy with this, spend like a day making a swatch, so it's easy for me. Where you going, mate? Shit. I don't know what this camera's doing, but yeah. Spend like a couple of hours, swatch the whole thing, so, I can increase my range of colors. See how it works. See what I mean? I'm sick, mate. As you can see, I'm layered up. Not fucking around with this sickness. Okay, let's recap a little bit. Yeah. Printed out the drawing. It's a small size. So I have like some context. So I have some sort of idea how it look like, how it'll translate into a smaller size, smaller form. But then before I started painting, I was like, I should do some color studies because I can sit there all day, think about what I'm gonna do, and that just wastes time. And the reason why I never did like small color studies because I was like, that takes too much time. So it's like full circle now where I'm like, I actually save time by doing these little color studies because once that's done, I can just go in without thinking too much. So the first one I did. Oh, that's the first one. So that's like your typical, not your typical, I mean that's Bobsy typical painting. And I know that will work. Like very saturated colors, good contrast, complementary colors, and the pink background, beautiful. I know this will work. I've been using this sort of colors for a long time, but then I'm like, can I go in different direction? Let's mess things up a little bit. So I came up with this one. Yeah. This is funky. I really like the bluish highlights on the face. So it's like purple, desaturated purples, and then like highlights, like not highlight the lighter parts of the face like bluish. And you can see like I've started bringing more desaturated colors in there and make the main thing pop a little bit. Someone's coming. Hello. Ah, you put the kettle on? This family doesn't shut doors. Yeah, what do I have to say about this? And two things that carried over from this to here is like the whale shark is blue, and then the mermaid tail that looks like a whale shark is different color. Also, more like earthy colors and not strong oranges. So very, very muted colors. And it feels very unusual when I was doing these. It felt like not wrong, but it's so different to how I paint currently, and it gets like my eyes not used to it. Whereas these sort of colors, like my eyes are so sensitive to color, like I know what will work, what won't, and what won't work. And so when I started painting this, I was like, "What the fuck is this? It's a lot of mess." But that was yesterday. So looking at it now, I'm like, "Bruh, it's not that bad." Especially when you, but that the whole point is to if I do this, it looks good. You know, little paintings, it'll look big. But this is the third one. Okay, this is, and I'll tell you right now, this is the one I want to paint. This has desaturated colors as well, and I like the head being like on fire sort of thing. You know, very red. I think I like that. Almost looks like it's like a devil or something. And then the similar thing I carried over from this is like the whale shark's green lighter parts. I think that looks good. But yeah, it's handy to do this, and it's not like I'm gonna follow this exactly. It's just to like visualize and have like a plan of attack. And then every stage you can bring changes. I can bring changes. I mean, you do what you want. And then I had a fourth card that I decided to just play with the values a little bit. Just no color at all. Try to figure out, where the dark parts are, where the light parts are. I should have done this first, by the way. And this is all watercolor. But the thing is, it looks pretty, but one thing I'm very sick, sorry. One thing I forgot. Not one thing I forgot. I mean, if you look here, there's so many different values. And the way I typically work at the moment is that I have 3 color values for each of the colors that I put into my painting. Never more, never less. And that's what I've been doing for a long time. And when you do this, that has so many values, that's hard to replicate into the style that I've been working on. I've been chatting so much. How long? 7 minutes? That's fine. Ooh. 7 minutes of me chatting. Hope you enjoy that. With my nose blocked as well. Yeah, so line drawing, the value drawing. Some differences there. What else? But in the end, I think I want to have one thing I'm really pushing towards, or like naturally um, going towards is like line art, and that's something I really want to have in my paintings, like good quality line art there. Um, that's something I really enjoy putting into my work. And then I was like, shall I leave it onto just page where I do inking and then have painting like a whole separate thing? So I'm like in between stages where I'm like finding out new artists, looking to basically developing my taste. You know, I'm like getting exposed to different things, new ways of working, and I feel like I was forcing my style so much recently. I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then trying to put all of that into like this one single painting, even though I'm like, it, it'll take small adjustments on each of the work I do. So that's what I need to realize. Little changes, one painting at a time. That's it. But yeah, these are the four studies. That's the one I'm gonna be painting. I can't sit here chat for a long time, but let's just stick to these, okay? Yeah, Sammy. It's so dark in this room. It's like 2:30, and I have to turn the light on. You don't care. I don't care either. But anyway, I've got a stretcher bar frame, and we have a washing machine in the back, and we have a stapler gun, and we have the artist. That's what we're gonna be doing today. All right. Sort this shit out. It's also like a week or a week and a half later. I got caught up in other stuff, so I'm really glad I'm back to this. Check out the outfit though. I mean, come on. It's tungsten light, so it's not cool, but I don't know. Got a laundry basket too. Need to get that shit done. Throw that stuff out. Bike. Oh my god. Oh, this is the artwork we will be dealing with. I can't believe I had this on hold for such a long time. We're finally getting around it. What's crazy to me is that this size looks good to me, but that's not the final size it's going to be. The final size will be something like that, almost chopping it off. But we'll see. Alright. Let's see. I just need to have it right in the middle. There's music, washing machine, Saturday. Everybody's busy making noises. That should be good. I'm just double checking, like, where I stand with this. I measured it well, so that's good. Let's do a test. Oh, I forgot. I also need the stretcher thing that pulls it. So this is where I'm like, I hope things don't go. See, there's less on this side, more on that side. That's what I was worried about. So check this out. Oh, that's a good stapler gun. Nice. Now I can be more. So it looks. I think we should be alright. Actually, might have stressed it too much. I have a tendency to like stretch it a bit too much to a point where it's like bending these bars. So I'll do my best not to do that. That's it. Is that in the middle? Yeah, I think that's alright. So that's it. I'm gonna staple it all around, get ready. Then I'll show this to you. The fuck out my video. No. So this broke at the last minute. When I was just about to do these corners, that's when it broke. So we got saved there. If it had happened somewhere there in the middle at the start, I would have been very pissed. But what the fuck? How can these actually break? I got this from Jackson's Art. I think it's a cheap tool. That's probably why it broke. There's an expensive option as well, but I don't trust them. I don't trust these products. So I have the painting on the easel. Right, did the background, not the main focus. That will just disappear once the main, subject is painted. But I'm just testing desaturated colors. That's something I want to play with more, and it's so unusual to me. So I'm a bit hesitant. Look at the blues I mixed on here as well. Like that still looks very bluish. And that was my original color. And I think I want to meet somewhere in the middle. Cause man, I don't know. That looks like really desaturated. I don't know. I think I'll just have to go for it, see how it goes. I did do a little test, which you can see here as well. I got rid of it. But yeah, let me show you actually. Let's do that right now. So this is the more desaturated color, right there. And let me mix the other one. I'll mix. Need to clean my brush first. And that is a little bit saturated. I mean, not much of a difference, but the whole plan is to make this whale shark desaturated, and this tail here as well, and this person, and then the whale shark on top, and the face, and only have saturation in the magentas here. But I'm debating that right now. We'll see. We shall see, but I think I should go with this upper blue color. Fuck it. So this is the situation we have. I still use that desaturated color, but on the shadow sides. Should I say? I still use the desaturated colors on the shadow sides there, and I think it should work by the time I'm done with this. And this is what the palette looks like. So we got shadow color there, and the deep shadow color here as well, the mid value, and the lighter value there, and then that color study over there you can see. Yeah. Hello. Um what was I gonna say? Yeah. So even though I made the whole canvas a little bit grayish, um, compared to everything else right now, the white areas, the grey area, kind of throwing me off. I'm struggling to visualize how the things will look, even though I have the painting card there, the color study. I know how it'll go all together, but it's so crazy. If there's white area, uncovered area on the canvas, it can throw me off quite a lot. Um, yeah, but like I keep going. I know like what color's gonna work. So yeah, right now I feel like whoa, shit looks weird. But yeah, I need to continue doing this, and current goal is to cover all the white areas, then work into it. Because I started working this area first. I wanted to see if this sort of thing works, like enough for me to continue. So I finished that, and then I jumped on this one and that one. I was like, okay, it works. Then I continued finishing it. But usually I like do all the flat colors on all the shapes and then go into detail. It's chill though, you know. Many ways to do things. Yeah, just wanted to point that out. Like the white area can really push your eye around weirdly. I said I was gonna cover up the white area. I didn't. Okay. Cause I started painting the mouth. It looks so nice. I like these earthy colors as well. So I'll work on the white area now. So I am at a point where I'm at a stage of a painting where I feel like it's all gone to shit, and that's what it looks like. And I have one rule is to not just the thing until it's completed. So I'm gonna relax, even though that's what it looks like. Trying to figure out where I should sign. This seems alright around this area, but I want to hide it somewhere. But then I'm like, do I really? I can just sign it here and then be done with it. Just in the purple, light purple area, and this dark purple will make sense. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna sign it here on the neck here. Let's do that. Wow, the colors look really weird. What is that? Oh, it's moving in it. Yeah, purple was a good choice. God damn me. Signing with paint is it sounds very weird. I mean, not sounds very weird. It sounds like yeah, that's what you do. But like you're literally painting your signature. Whereas with a pen or a marker or a pencil, you would just quickly do it. Now I'm writing, painting letters. Alright, how do I spell my name? This is my favorite part. Are you ready? You ready? Bring that arc like that. Done. And with that, this painting is finished. That's it. I look fucking weird. What the fuck? So this year has been very interesting for me. I've been like in experimentation mode. Probably because I got like a little bit tired of painting the same way. I wanted to spice things up. Obviously, my interest changed over time as well. So it's been very interesting, and I just gave myself permission to just go crazy, have fun, explore my interest, experiment as much as I can, and then that's what brought me here. I don't know if you noticed, like usually I paint. If you look at my past work in the past couple of years, I usually paint flat, keep colors pretty saturated. But this year, I started, having like started. Hmm, yeah, this year. I've been trying to push my work into a direction, but then it's been causing such a headache, and I'm like, why am I forcing this thing? And even though like the natural progression comes naturally, um, yeah, I was like, I want to push my art out my art style into this sort of way. And then I was exploring so many different kind of artworks, paintings, artists, and everything. And I'm liking all of that stuff. And I'm like, I just need to pick things from here and there, and then put it into this. And I feel like that's been like the worst approach to all of this. Um, the right way, I think, for me is to like all those artists' works, take them as inspiration, really enjoy it, and not like suck out the fun out of it by like, oh yeah, I want to look at this artist because he does this well. I want to know if I can grab that or learn something from it. Sure, like if it comes out like into your work naturally, but I don't know. Not a nice path to be exploring when you're just trying to pick something from different artists' work. Um, but one thing I'm really happy with, I'm like super um, like one thing I'm really glad about is like in the past couple of videos you've seen like I've been doing ink drawings, and the way you work with like, because I did like 15 of them, and when you use that ink brush and then you work fast, that working that way kind of developed this new muscle memory, which kind of just naturally got into this painting, which I'm really happy about because that's how I want this to work out. And I just let it happen. That's why you got like these interesting brush marks in there, rather than like very deliberate shapes, color shapes in there, like I usually do. So that's been very interesting, and it's pretty tough working this way because when you work with ink, you put down a stroke, you don't have to do anything. That's there, that's done. It's opaque. With paint though, oh my god, you have to go over some of the layers, right, to make your paint. And that can get like pretty tricky. And that's what got like very tough working on this painting. Cause I was like, dude, I'm making these ink sort of brush marks in there, but then I'm like, why am I trying to replicate the ink drawing? But then it felt good, so I kept going. And I'm like, oh shit, that may not work. So it ended up basically looking like the ink drawing, but I think in a good way because nice. Because when I see those brush marks, like the tapering lines going into different colors, it looks pretty nice. I really like it. I'll show you like an example. Um, yeah, this one right very close to you. Look at this part right here, right? Um, do you see this part here? How the paint brush marks like going into each other. This is literally inspired from those ink drawings I did. So I'm really glad I did those ink drawings. I think that's how it should be, you know. Um, things you work away from your paintings, but like they kind of work into your paintings later on, naturally. Yeah, that's all I have to say. There's a lot. I actually wrote down something like if I wanted to mention. Yeah, so even the colors, like I said, you saw on the cards. I did some color studies. This is would be the safe approach for me, right? Working on this sort of color scheme. But then, oh, by the way, look at that. This, my eyes needed adjusting to. This is new for me. My eyes were like, bro, what are you doing? This doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up. But I just kind of pushed through that feeling. Like I can only judge it once it's completed. So yeah. Now it's finished. I'm like, bro, it's not bad. I feel like sometimes I'm like very overcritical of my own work. I need to take it easy. But yeah, man. So this is the final painting. Let me move that here, maybe. You can see all other paintings as well, so I don't want to show you those, but let's just keep that in. So this is the final painting. As you can see, we worked with this color scheme right here. There you go. And then check it out. Right? So we worked with. That's the final one. And the other ones were like this one. You can see how different it looks from the other one. There you go. And another one. And then we also did a value study. Not really a value study, but looks cool. I feel like I'm about to present this. This is where we're gonna cut it, alright? So I thought I'll show you some behind the scenes. So I'm gonna take a picture, a good picture, lit well, of my artwork, and then I'm using this. I forgot what it's called, lantern light, and pointing at the ceiling, and then I have the artwork there on an easel, and I'm gonna be using my macro lens to photograph the whole thing, and that should work. They're very sharp macro lenses, by the way. We have a stretcher bar. We have a stretcher bar, staple. Okay, pick a card. Any card you like. Yeah? Which one? Tell me. This one. Third card, here. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? You want to change your mind? No? We're sticking to it? Okay, there we go. This is what you got. No, we're not working that one, actually. We're gonna work with this one, okay? Here you go. Check this out. That has to be the worst magic trick.